Hey CrossFit 5282 Nation, so we got our workout for Sunday. This is Spice Girl. So we got, of course, a couple different options on this one. If you have some equipment at home, which hopefully you have some equipment now because we got the go-ahead to get some equipment from Mike and we're getting that whole process done, which will be done today, which will mean tomorrow for you guys. So here we have a 4-time workout. So we got 10 single dumbbell hang cleans and jerks. So this is that pull it up, press it position, and you're gonna switch every 5 reps, switch arms every 5 reps. So kind of like we always do in class. And then you got 50 lateral jump squats. So what we're doing on those jump squats is it's gonna be squat all the way down, and then as you come up, you're gonna jump to the side. So you could easily have a small object, a line you're gonna jump over, lay down a broom handle or something like that. If you want a little more height, you could put something in between there to jump over. We're gonna go through that, adding 10 reps each round, all the way through, keeping the lateral jump squats at 50 every time. For our body weight option, we're gonna do 5 walkouts into 5 lateral jump squats. So a couple different options on those, and we'll go through the walkout, and we'll show you kind of how that works too. And then we'll give you some options for the lateral jump squats if we don't want to do too much plyometric stuff and you want to work on your squatting, but you don't want to do the jumping portion of it. So this will be a pretty good burner on the quads. The walkouts, as we'll show you, those will get the shoulders going pretty good, and we'll give you some different modifications for that as well. All right, so for our warm-up today, we're going to start out, I'm going to take you through here. We're going to start out and do some mountain climbers, and we're just going to go really slow on these. So let's get in that little pressing position, 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. We're just going to change positions, give it a second or two on each one. And I want you to do these for let's go for about a minute, even up to 90 seconds, just kind of nice and slow. And we're going to build on this. You know, as you ramp up in time, you can just keep kind of going through and then start to kind of move the legs a little quicker, getting the hips and legs warmed up. So go for about a minute to 90 seconds on that. Next, we're going to do kind of a little yoga move here. We need to get the shoulders open up and warmed up. So we're going to start, and we're going to go with our down dog. So pull those legs in, kind of press up. Try to keep the legs straight, arms straight. And then we're going to walk out, and we're going to get into that cobra position. Kind of push everything through, hips to the ground, chest up. And then you're going to walk back into that down dog position. I want you to go back and forth on these 5 times, giving it about 15 seconds or so at the end of each movement. That way you'll get the shoulders and hips warmed up. Then we're going to just sit back into our quad stretch here. So a couple different versions of this one. Depending on your knee mobility and health, you can kind of sit back, get that stretch there. If that's too tough, you can always go to just one leg and kind of take a little bit of body weight off of it. If that's too tough as well, find something to hold on to for balance, and then just pull that leg up, stretch the quads individually. Let's get about 30 seconds or so on each quad, getting those knees loosened up a little bit for all the squatting we're going to do. Next one's going to be something you can do at home with your doorway. So we got to get those shoulders and pecs loosened up. So that would be get into your doorway, try to tighten up the tummy muscles, and kind of press in a little bit there. There should be a big stretch to the pec muscles. You're going to give that about a 30-second hold. And once you're done with that position, you're just going to slide the hands down, straighten out the arms, and you're going to come into this little lunge position. Arms and calves getting stretched a little bit here at the same time. You can even switch legs in that one. Get the other calf and stretch that guy out. Then you can go back in your doorway, go about shoulder height, and just start to rotate the opposite direction, try to get all that pec stretched out here. And then last one for the shoulder. Come up with both arms and just kind of press through in that doorway. Stretch through the shoulders there, getting that overhead position warmed up. Give that about 2.5 to 3 minutes to work through all that stuff. Then we're gonna get into a little bit more dynamic stuff here. So we're gonna go through 3 rounds of this. I'm gonna show you 1 round, and then I want you just to do it 3 times. We're not doing this for time, we're just trying to loosen things up. So we talked about yesterday, kind of all those variations of modifying the handstand position. You know, find a spot. I like a door because there's usually nothing hanging on it. Just make sure you don't make marks on it because mom will get mad. But kick up onto that door. You're gonna give it a 20-second hold and just try to get that position nice and tight. Probably tuck your shirt and your pants before you do it so you're not showing your belly. 20 seconds there. And when you come out of that position, then we're gonna do 5 air squats. I would suggest on the first round, something to hold on to. So that could be as easy as your door frame here. And then you can hold on to it a little bit, keep that chest up. Try to use that door frame to really sit into a nice squat position. Back up, back down, really sit into that good squat position. Give it about 5 seconds on the bottom. Do 5 of those. Then you're gonna go back to your handstand against the wall or your modified position for that handstand. You know, it could be something even as simple as like getting into this press position and just holding that for 20 seconds. And then going into your air squats. Again, trying to keep that chest up. Sit down into that air squat for a few seconds and then back up. All right, once you've gone through all that, you should be pretty loose, should be pretty warmed up. So I'd like to talk a little bit about what this walkout position is. So this is gonna give us kind of a starting point, and then we're gonna modify it all the way back up to a wall walk. So starting position, get into as much of a straddle as you can here. So I want you to go as wide as you can while keeping the legs straight. And then from here, we're gonna hinge at the hips, hands go down to the ground, and then I want you just to walk yourself all the way out until you're basically in a toe plank, and then you're gonna walk yourself back in. It should be about 3 to 5 steps per hand, and you're gonna stand back up. So that's one of those walkouts. If you wanna make it a little more challenging, walk it all the way out onto your toes, add in a push-up, and then walk yourself back in. If you want to make it even more challenging from that point, now you can go to that walking up the wall. So again, just have that spot in your house here. You're going to basically start out in that push-up position, toes go on the wall, and then you just start walking your hands back in. Get as close as you can if you can touch your belly or your chest, and then walk yourself back out. You can easily modify those, and if there's 10 of them, maybe you do 5 walk-ups to the wall, and then you do 5 of the walkouts in that kind of straddle position, or any variation of that. You know, I'm gonna tell you doing 10 or 15 of those is pretty darn challenging. So kind of whatever level you're at in terms of your gymnastics. So when you hit this workout, should be nice and warmed up in your shoulders from that. And then I want you to work through this, you know, on that time, push it pretty hard. I'm guessing this is probably gonna take people right in the 20 to 22 minute range. So work it hard, push yourself, set that clock so you know your time, put your scores in Sugar WOD. Share a little video with us of you doing the workout. You know, request or get one of your kids to come in, take a little video of mom and dad doing a workout, get them involved, you know, get the whole family involved in fitness and health, and stay healthy.